If you're seeing this video, that means you were asking for it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Make Stuff Better. So I did a thing, and what you're about to see is the very beginning of that thing happening. So I'm recording this, but you're going to see it after the other thing. My SCX24, or any SCX24, is going to be converting into a trophy truck. And I have this Adventure Force Ram. Is it a Rebel or a TRX? I don't know if it specifies. Just Ram 1500. Dirt bike adventure. That's what it is. Which kind of works for a trophy truck. I mean, dirt bikes will race the Baja 1000 also. So we're going to get this open, start disassembling it, and start the process. I've got the chassis partially cut. Front, back, you can see those lines there. This line here, I'm going to try and heat and bend this so it bends straight up. Actually, probably bend it up at a 45-degree angle, and then it'll go back basically from in here somewhere, go up on an angle up to about where the bed meets the cab, and then go up straight to the top of the cab, kind of to seal off any dirt and stuff that's going to come through with the wheels, so it just doesn't kick it up into the electronics. It'll hopefully keep it straight. My technique for doing this is just taking my knife and scoring it a lot to cut this out. So I scored this angle and then all the way through, and then scoring this one a few times, and then you can just bend it and break it off. And that piece came from there. So I got two of those out. This will probably become my suspension arm. It'll sit here, and I'll find a way to hinge it right there. This is the rear axle off of an Enduro 24. I think it's made by Team Associated. These are the upper links in the rear from the SCX24. And I'm probably going to build the lower links, the trailing arms, out of more of this ABS, just so it lines up well. So I've cut out this little piece of cardboard, and it's a template for these brackets I'm making. So I got this cut out of cardboard, and I've got it bolted up to my axle, just like that. The trailing arms are gonna be mounted right here on these tabs. A hole will be drilled through, and the arm will come in between it. And this is the first prototype of what that's gonna look like. It's not very precise. That side is thinner than that side. But if you're having trouble imagining what that is supposed to look like, here's a UDR. And it's this bracket. Well, it's built into the axle on the UDR. But it holds the trailing arm on the bottom side of the axle. And the reason that's important is because of torque twist. So as the wheels try to spin forward, the axle will try to spin backwards. And so you put your upper links on the top and your lower links or your trailing arms on the bottom, and that holds the axle fixed and it won't let it rotate. There they are, all cut out. Here's my template. As you can see, it's slightly smaller, which I don't hate. It'll give me something to trim it down if I need to. And also I cut the cardboard where the length is for the cardboard, but I want these long because I don't know that they're going to wrap as tight as the cardboard did because they're going to be stiffer. Everything's bent almost completely into shape. And then this will go on here. Then I need to drill a hole in there, and it'll squeeze around that, just like that one does. These are my trailing arms. Probably wondering where I got them. They used to be the same piece of plastic, just like that. It was like a tubing, rectangular tubing. So I cut it in half, shaped them on my bench sander, drilled a couple holes. Well, drilled one hole in each. I haven't drilled the holes in the other end yet because I don't have that part of the rig yet. And we're gonna stick these right in there and see how it works. There it is. Your axle is almost done. I'm gonna hook up the sway bar to this top bolt here on both sides. I don't know what I'm gonna use for a sway bar yet. Maybe I can get something like that, but shorter. And then the limit straps can tie into this piece on both sides, which kind of works out to be exactly how this rig is built. You've got your sway bars tied in right above your trailing arms, and then your limit straps are attached further to the inside and even to the front of the axle. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Here's the chassis so far. I have heated it because ABS does really well when you heat it. It gets real soft. Bent it at 90 degrees where I figured it would be. And I took a number of measurements from here, and the front tab of this truck right there actually connects with this. So the trailing arms pass through there. I might actually cut out this area just on the outside of the trailing arm and kind of underneath it, because most trophy trucks don't have their trailing arm pass through a plate like that. But what I'll do is I'll take some square pieces, probably cut them into triangles, fit them in here, and then hopefully bolt them in, so it'll just be a little piece on each side of the trailing arm. Wow, that's hard to see because it's all black. Like that, capture it on both sides, and that'll be my hinge point. And then for my upper links, I don't know yet. I gotta figure that out. Maybe when I cut this, maybe I should just cut this out right now, and then continue it up and have a little spot there for those.